Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today I am beginning this video lecture by discussing essays published by Ralph Waldo Emerson during his lifetime. First, I am starting with The American Scholar, which was published in the year 1837. This is an essay as well as speech too. So, this is Emerson's famous speech which was delivered in front of Phi Beta Kappa Society at Cambridge. It led to a rush of literary and intellectual output in America. He highlights social fragmentation caused by manufacturing culture that mechanizes lives and destroys the soul. Here, he highlights causes that our society is divided because of industrialization, which makes some people more rich. As a result, it creates a gap, and people fail to live in harmony with each other. Their richness corrupts their soul, due to which they are not able to harmonize with people who are less than their status. He critiques an intellectual life which is rooted in the liberated individual thinker. So he discusses that intellectual people have one sort of advantage, that they are liberated and can freely think. But at the same time, he discourages not to accept established institutions which promote a kind of mental timidity in them. Instead, men should take guidance of nature. Not only nature, but they should also learn from history, and whatever they are actions they are performing in their life, they should learn from their actions too. This essay made Americans believe to give a special status to America. So here, after this work, the entire America was in a state to set themselves as a great nation of the world. Influences of American Scholar is very much influenced from nature. They emphasize that all things in nature teach us, which includes elements such as sun, air, fire. These things try to teach something to these American scholars. Then, according to them, books are the best of things if well used, and if abused, then it is worst of things. So, people should not blindly copy the book or ideas in the book, they just need books to get inspiration. Then third one is action. Every action, whatever action these American scholars are performing, that also try to teach them something. So they learn from whatever actions they are performing. American scholar is bound with certain duties, and these duties may include: first is observation. He should indulge in slow, unpaid, and unhonored task of observation. Only through observation he is able to change the country. Then is self trust. He is courageous to do things, which means that he is able to rise and able to make the country feel proud by trusting on himself. Then third one is free from greed and praise. He should not be a man who is greedy of listening his own praises from others, and free from greed of having enough materialistic wealth. Emanuel Swedenborg is mentioned in this essay, and Emerson tried to praise him and says he is imaginative of men he has ever seen. So he is able to write with a precision of a mathematician, just like a mathematician writes precisely or in a concise manner. Similarly, Emanuel Swedenborg is a person who writes precisely. So he is just like a mathematician in this regard. The scholar should reject old ideas and think for him or herself to become men of thinking. So, what is this idea of men of thinking? That each and every person living in the world is unique in itself. Therefore, every farmer, laborer, they should not only think they are mere laborer or farmers, they think that they have the potential to do anything. So they should think themselves that they are like the piece without which a puzzle of this world will never be completed. They should realize their value and worth. Each and every person are parts of big machine or universe. If everyone functions properly, then this beautiful machine will function wonderfully. So this he is able to convey through this essay. Then there is another kind of essay titled as Self Reliance. Emerson encourages that men must be non conformist, which means he should not go as per the standards or dictates of this society. He must follow his own dictates in this course of his life's journey. He should act independently, does not conform to the rules and regulations put forward by the society. Then he stressed on the importance of intuition. One must possess ability to understand something from instinctive feeling rather than conscious learning or reasoning. Our society can only succeed if it is filled with self-reliant people. Only these type of people can perform miracle in the social sphere of religion, culture and art of society. So he emphasizes people should follow one's own instincts and ideas, then only then can they be self reliant. So every individual possess a unique genius that can only be revealed when that individual has the courage to trust his or her own thoughts, attitudes and have inclination against public disapproval. Emerson encourages men to remember his oneness with God, which means that people should believe that they are part of God. Here in this essay, Emerson highlights what is the meaning of culture according to him. So he says, rather than subscribing to the idea of travel to be culture, he argues that a wise man always stays at home. He always prefer to stay at home because whenever people travel, they may arrive on the shores of another country only to find their problems, opinions, getting different sorts of opinions and worldviews. These things may confuse them, and and while in this process of knowing opinions from others or listening worldviews from others, they forget, and this may creates in them a kind of confusion, and they lack a certain kind of discipline in them. So he emphasized that rather than traveling much, a wise man always, in order to seek true knowledge, he always stays at home, and there he gets some kind of discipline which may realize him a true reality and helps them in gaining true sort of knowledge. Here are Emerson's views on art. He criticizes educational system for teaching students to imitate. Imitate means to copy. Rather, he encourages artists to be true to themselves, to express uniquely different American vision, or to bring originality in their thought process, or while talking different about different ideas. So they should have originality in their ideas. This will give a kind of freshness, and people will look to these ideas from a completely new perspective. Then here are Emerson's views on society. He says that technological advancement occurs without correlating intellectual and spiritual improvement that will not be benefiting humanity any more. So he compares society to a wave washing in and out but not truly advancing. Just because of technological advancement, it is means this type of advancement is keeping people away from improving them spiritually, and also it is declining their intellectual capabilities too. Another essay is titled as The Oversoul, which was published in the year 1841. This essay is influenced from Vedanta, Plato, and Immanuel Swedenborg. There, in this essay, he describes relationship of one soul with other soul. So, my relationship of my own soul with my body. It also emphasizes my relation with myself, fellow beings, and God. So he, in a way, try to highlight that we are all interconnected and we are products of a supreme soul. There is a spirit of individualism and Vedantism in this essay. First of all, I am explaining that what is this individualism. So we should have a belief that we are independent and self reliant, and Vedantism is a belief and following practices of Vedanta, an orthodox Hindu philosophy emphasizing the teachings on contemplation found in the Vedas. Another essay is titled as Politics, essay taken from the collection Essays semicolon second series published in the year 1844. This essay contains thoughts on what actually he thinks about democracy. And also, this essay came to be seen as quite essentially American. Civilization can reach unfathomable places through morality, means through moral force and bringing uniqueness, which can be brought through creativity. So, only through moral force and creativity, civilization can reach unfathomable places. Another essay is titled as Representative Men, published in the year 1850. It is compilation of some of Emerson's lectures praised by Matthew Arnold. It discusses the role played by great men in society, which includes Plato, Swedenborg, Montaigne, Shakespeare, Napoleon, Goethe. So these are some essential facts related to this particular essay. Last essay by Emerson is titled as The Conduct of Life, published in the year 1860. It is a collection of 9 essays titled as Fate, Power, Wealth, Culture, Behavior, Worship, Beauty, Illusion, etc. When we integrate all these things into our own life, then we are following natural way of things. It influenced several writers including Friedrich Nietzsche. It is considered as Bible for transcendentalists. So it guides how to live everyday life. So when he is writing this essay, he was quite hostile to this society. So that is why he is insisting readers to integrate all these things, means fate, power, wealth, culture, etc. Only then they means people are leading a natural way of life by integrating them into their own life. Then with this video lecture ends here. Hope this will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.